My name's Annie Trujillo, and I'm doing my speech over the topic I chose in week 4, which was why communism in theory is the best government, but why it will never work. My audience would be your world history class. Okay, communism in theory is the best form of government. I'm gonna first talk about what communism is, why in theory that it's the best, but why it would never work. Okay, what is communism? Communism is a form of government where basically the government controls like everything. When I don't mean everything, but they control quite a bit, like a large portion. They control what jobs you do. They tell you like what jobs that you're assigned. And like everyone gets paid the same. Everyone gets like the same amount of everything. They get the same clothes. So everyone's like really uniform. And they control just about like everything. Okay. Why in theory is it the best? Well, see, because everyone would have a job. There would be no unemployment. And at the same time, everyone would get housing. Everyone would get the same amount. Like they'd all get food. They'd all get currency if there was any. They all would get the same type of clothes. So no one would go like without. There would be no poverty. There would be like no starving. Or at least everyone would get something, and everyone would be equal in that matter. But why wouldn't it work? Well, there are a lot of things that make this not click. The first one is people strive to be free. Like the famous quote, "Give me liberty or give me death." People would rather die than not be free. And you can't really be free if people are making all of your decisions for you. All of the decisions, like where you work, how much you get paid, how long, and also, like, the human nature is greedy. Like, we all know it. We're all human beings, and, like, greed is one of the biggest things that affects, like, everything. So, people would always want more. They want more and more and more. And it would just really break the system because no one could get more and more and more. Also, there would be no work initiative. Like, work initiative is like you wanting to go out and you wanting to do your job. But it's like, okay, so say that your cousin is like assigned to be a rocket scientist and has like all of this hard work, all of this like incredibly extremely like mind-boggling task and stuff like that. And then like you're assigned to be like a clerk at a store. At the end of the day, you guys both get like a bag of rice. So there would be no work initiative. Why should your cousin, she'd think to herself, why should I have to do my work if I know that my retard cousin is working as a clerk at a store and is making the exact same thing as I am? So, we covered what communism is, why in theory it would be one of the best types of governments, but why it wouldn't work.